Welcome to the Black Men Experiences channel. I am your host, CP. In today's topic, this black man with his daughter that had just went through a horrendous, horrible tornado trauma in that section of Mississippi, who had already was in shock already, and to look out and look at his residents and other people around him, their places were in complete rubble, as you see on this picture. The guy right there is in the left side in the front. Actually, when I sit there and saw this particular black man, something about this situation caught my attention. Something about it. Because you've heard, unfortunately, various tornadoes and situations and destruction and havoc, and people that want to tell some of the stories, and other people like, no, they don't want to talk, even say anything about what just happened to them. But this guy who was being interviewed by this particular black woman and about what just happened, and as he was sitting there talking, and I was about to be like, oh man, that definitely is messed up, and some other different things. He said, wait a minute for a second. He said, he apologized for having emotions. I'm like, and so as I was sitting there looking at how he was coming across, it was almost like he was in shame that this black woman that was talking with him at this horrendous, atrocious traumatization weather event. And as he was tearing up, by all means, he has all rights to sit there and tear up if that is what he wants to do. Because as he was telling the story, how he heard that the train sound. Some people hear it, some people don't, but he heard this train sound, and he was in the house with his daughter, and immediately he went into the particular closet and covered his daughter up. And all of a sudden, things shaking and blinking and all kind of things like this. And not long after that, he appeared himself out of that destruction and looked around and saw nothing but destruction, as you see on this. Now, already black men have to deal with so many different black male pain on a daily basis. It seems logically irrelevant that there are some black men who are glitched out and nonsensical in their behavior to act like their damn titles mean a freaking thing, that their nice cars, that their nice residence mean a freaking thing in this racial type of hatred system. But it's just some ones that are more gullible than others, with few exceptions. And when I sit there and saw this black man apologize for after what he just went through, protecting his daughter, because remember, black men, right, are runners, right? They have babies and run off. See, that kind of story, they don't want to talk about the many black men, which is predominantly that earn their kids' lives, direct or indirect. And so what got me was after the conversation, he about to chirp a little bit here and there a little bit. And when he's finishing up, and as she was about to finish up that story, he was walking off, and oh, well, that was terrible. But then she looked his direction, and as he was walking off, he was like, I apologize for having emotions. I'm like, what? I'm like, huh? And that got me. Cause I'm sitting there like, every day, black men are told they're not supposed to have emotions. They're not supposed to have any kind of feelings. They're not supposed to be capable of having tears. They're not supposed to be having capable of being humans. Their only plot of life or plight of life is to be used in various types of relationships, to be used in labor, to just show up and vote without asking for anything in response of tangibilityness and have a smile on black men's face. God dang. And so this tornado didn't care about, and tornadoes don't care about some personnel's degrees, what kind of cars you have, what kind of house you have, what kind of residence you have, what kind of business you have. A tornado only sees destruction. And some people, unfortunately, think what they have supersedes what a tornado is about to do in destruction. So I just kind of wanted to relay this over because it got me that this black man after what he had this went through to apologize for having these feelings. This has got to change people overall. Now, will it overall change? Not really. Because there's too many black males that are stuck on sitting there thinking that they must have no feelings at all, that they must put up a good old black man front. Now, other people can have emotions and feelings and thought patterns and feel, have people feel sympathy, feel stuff like that when needed. Yeah, no problems. But a black man or black men, that's supposed to have feelings whatsoever. Supposed to just tolerate black male pain. Hmm.
Where does it come from? All this hatred. Do you think it might be a little more serious than missing persons?
I don't think so, boy.
Some things are worth dying for.
You admire these kids, don't you?
I do.
Did it ever occur to them they're going to end up dead?
Maybe. I'm looking for some information.
I ain't got nothing to say to you, sir.
Happening, ladies?
Do you honestly think you people be down here at all going for those two white boys?
Maybe not, miss. I guess they know we're here.
And I'm here to tell you our neighbors were happy. There was evening in college kids came out here stirring things up. Before that, there wasn't anybody complaining. Nobody dared.
What's wrong with these people?
From the great Mississippi Burning movie, I make this point. Let me sit there and show you this picture. Let me go back here. Where's that picture at? Hold on. Look at that picture. When this black man was asked to kind of lay over things that were going on down there, which is still going on in various parts of Mississippi and how other places that ain't showing justice, the place it applies to. People think there are not still people that don't have an animosity, anti-Black American hatred. And they do still. And they see the black men as a certain digressed type of inhuman creature that's supposed to be devoid of any kind of feelings or emotions. And a scariness of look. is that they like to see black males having their faces, especially when anti-black Americanism trauma happens. See, the one thing that'll straighten up certain types of black men that say, I'm big bad, I got this, is a KKK racial racism terrorist with his other buddies right around them. Or this system says, Negro. We don't care what you have. Do you understand? And how many numbers of black men who thought they had it going on and were strong and this and all that, they tighten right on up and understand. This system does not care about black men in any kind of collective way. The thing about it is, in closing, I don't know what's going to take for more black men to wake the freak up as a collective. Do I think it's going to ever happen? Not at all. Not in any kind of collective way. Because this system has disembodied black American men to the point of too much chaos and confusion in various types of American black men, modern day especially. And just like in the general collective black folks in general, only have half a generation to one generation left before the overall complete destruction of the American black culture. Because too many refuse to sit there and see what is happening. And unfortunately, too many numbers of black men refuse to see what is happening toward American black men on a collective basis. I thank you for tuning in to the Black Men Experiences channel.